Want to know, like, when I saw the Google Doc, it was Justice ? Potential alternating gas, and I was like, the audacity! I was like, you bitch! I was like, not the friend of. Like, is he getting impeached now? Like, is he coming back? Like, fuck you! It was like
the most Real Housewives experience.
Rotating.
That is the most Real Housewives experience you've ever had.
I was like, wow! I was like,
you're like, I thought I was Phaedra!
I never called you out on that one. Now that we're talking, that bitch that had on to say in the press the other day.
You and I are not personality hires to any extent.
I actually have something to contribute.
Your contribution is I didn't get high.
Listen, as long as we don't talk politics, I'm jumping in.
There we go. Look,
Why you remove the question marks? Yay!
I didn't do that.
I didn't do that. He's still like, no, the question marks are still there.
He's writing that. Yeah.
Okay. Episode 3.
Hello, and welcome to Boys Sound. It's the third episode, but welcome to the fresh name.
As we continue to figure out what we want to do and change what we talk about and whatnot, we will continue to add and fix various features of this show. Yeah. So we are here with the four of us, your four favorite hosts who are at the moment permanent. I'm Ryan. I am otherwise known as a few things on the internet. And
I'm Edward. I don't care about my name either. You can call me Ed, Eddie, Teddy, Ted, Baby. Whatever you prefer.
I'm Nick. I don't think I'm known by anything other than that, so just Nick's good.
You are very Nick.
Yeah. Period.
And I'm Justice, and I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I'm here so I won't get fined. I'm here so I won't get fined. I'm here so I won't get fined. I'm here so I won't.
I just work here.
yeah.
I brought the orange juice.
Yeah.
So we are going to be talking about a variety of things, and we will have a couple non-sponsored sponsorships within this show that we can learn to, like, you know,
To sponsor in the future.
to sponsor and put in ad segments in the future. So the first one is going to be Grindr Premium. You should be paying $80 a year so that you don't have to play Candy Crush every time you close a message with someone.
Okay, but I don't agree with that because the thing is, that little game where, like, it was like...
You go left to right.
It left to right and you kill the thing. I fucking loved it. It was like, I'm so horny right now, but, like, I do need a moment. I do need a moment to
Before
just...
I respond, I need a moment to gather my thoughts.
It was like, I leveled up. Like, leveling up before you get a dick pic sent to you, you're like, oh, I'm going to come very quickly.
It
Thank
exacerbates
you.
the whole experience, honestly.
Yeah, oh, it exacerbates to the masturbates. Like, it's a strong level there.
I feel like there's only like 5 levels at the max before it like asks you to download the app. So like,
I just get annoyed because like,
I only have 4 levels for my body, so like we're good.
But it also doesn't save your history. So every time you play it, you have to restart, like the zombie game that always starts from.
I didn't play video games as a youth. Like, you actually care about gaming.
Well, you know what's funny is that, like, there's now ads that are like, oh, the game is not fake because people have started downloading the game because they got annoyed like watching the idiots like mess it up, and so they download it and the game is not the game. So now there's ads that are saying, oh, this game's actually real. It's like, what is going? It's like ads in an ad, and
yes,
it's like ads.
The games were fake. The games were
like,
fully
so
fake.
confused.
Where they were like, oh, like, who killed this person? And they're like, furnish a house and play Candy Crush.
No, the grandmother,
Literally.
the grandmother who has this like the secret, like the
Girl, we were on the same app. I know.
Literally that. Where she's like, Grandma,
What? And
you
she's
gave
like
away all of your life
She's in
savings.
the cop car. She's like, I know what you're talking
Knee deep in the passenger seat and you're eating me out is a casual now.
Okay, so maybe we change it from being not sponsored by Grindr Premium to just use Grindr.
If you're watching this, Well, no.
Use Grindr.
No,
We
we're
love
not
you.
sponsored by Grindr Premium. Use cheap
Just
Grindr.
use cheap Grindr or Grindr Premium, depending on whether or not you have the time to play Candy Crush between each chat.
I'm gonna go rogue for a minute. Stream Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter, and if you're watching, call me. So there you go.
Who the fuck isn't? Like, who the fuck do you
Calling
think
me?
you are
Yeah.
that you need to tell somebody that they need to stream Espresso? Everybody has been streaming Espresso. Straight men working in finance are literally going, that's
My brother, he's a DJ. He texted me, he's like, I put that in my mix. I was like, the white girls eat it up, don't they? He's like, everyone does. I was like, good, you're welcome.
Oh, no, the white girls are eating white girls' asses over that song. Like, and they're not even lesbians. They are like, I'm not even interested in women. I'm eating a woman's ass right now because that's her espresso.
Yep.
And we all know
that's the
it.
tea. That's the tea.
Mic
It's
drop.
Espresso.
Okay, so the first topic that we will be discussing is this weekend is a special weekend in Chicago, otherwise known as the Grabbies / IML. So IML stands for the International Mr. Leather Market. After we finish filming this, we are going to likely go down there if Nick wants to come.
Well, I do like that.
So
Yeah.
fun.
So, I don't know if you guys noticed. So I'm wearing a harness underneath a mesh shirt, and you guys might not have caught that. That's not something I do every day. That's special, just for this event, just for you.
So what is IML?
International Mr. Leather. And one time I had a boyfriend who legitimately screamed at me because me and my friend wore like white wife pleasers with black harnesses, and I had ordered a jacket from Tama, Finland, and it was broken, and I ordered another one, and I was like, do you want me to send this back? And they were like, no, you can have both. We don't want the broken one back. And I was like, slay. So I gave my friend the broken one, and I had the good one.
Also, I've never heard them called wife pleasers. That's
Yeah,
It's to be less.
I understand. I've
to
never,
be less wife beatery.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, there's something about it.
It's quite literally for that reason. But so we basically wore little matching outfits to go to Sidetrack during IML. So that's a normal activity for two friends to do. My boyfriend was like, so you're him? And I was like, I wore a matching outfit. Do you think I would wear a matching outfit with somebody who I'm having sex with? I will never wear a matching outfit with a man that coordinating, yes. Matching, never. I cannot picture something more embarrassing than wearing a matching outfit with your partner. And those are my thoughts on IML. Thank you.
Wow, that was a tangent.
Yeah. So IML weekend is a little bit special because a bunch of gay people come in from outside of the city. Simultaneously, there's a Reggaeton concert going on across the street from the IML event. So there's this weird clash of young Latino kids and moms from the suburbs all going to this Reggaeton concert. And while they are walking there, they are walking past all of the kink leather people.
Yeah.
And so you've got people in puppy dog masks
And what's funny
next
is,
to 16-year-old girls.
It's funny because the anchor point is the Congress Hotel on South in Michigan Avenue. So it's downtown and then Boys Town, and it's everything in between. You just walk up and down the strip. It's leather, chains, whips, chokers, collars. It's weird. And so Chicago is it's on one today. It's kind of an acid trip. It's weird.
And it happens at the same time every year. And so the people at the Reggaeton concert, I don't think ever realize that the
Is the Reggaeton concert always this weekend also, or is
it's always Memorial Day weekend.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so-
it's legitimately, and I always forget that they happen at the same time because we legitimately watch this happen every year where all of the gays from Chicago are like, I need to go to Saugatuck or the Dunes or literally anywhere else. I've got a 3-day weekend. I'm going to run. I'm going to go. I'm going to be free. And then the gay bars are inundated with daddies from out of town. And so you're like, oh, nobody's going to be here this weekend? No, it's going to be filled. You're just not going to know anybody.
Yeah, I was at Sidetrack last night, which is a gay bar in Chicago, one of the biggest bars in the country. It has really affordable drinks with good bartenders who...
Larger square footage than Studio 54, baby.
Yeah, and as I was leaving the bar, I walked outside, and there was this daddy in all of his like harness kink gear, and he looks at me, and he's like, I know you. And so I'm like, oh, yeah, of course. And so I just assume he knows me from either Instagram or Twitter or something. And we end up chatting, and he's like, hey, we were just in Las Vegas together at the Grabbies.
Like, oh, nah, wrong twink.
You were like, that was a slightly different twink than me. However, I'm not quite in that industry yet.
Yes.
But the thing is, I plan on rolling into that industry as a producer, not really a performer. But you know what? As Brittany said, I'm a performer and I pay for my mistakes. And she was so brave for that. But also, that was probably a lyric that her father made her say. So, who knows?
Everything comes at a cost. And so I ended up chatting with him for a bit, and then after it got a little bit further, I was like, no, I'm actually a different twink. That was Tom Holland you were thinking of.
Wow.
And
talk about flattery.
Yeah.
Well, everything comes at a cost. Yes. They come, and then you taste it, and that's the cost.
My mom can't watch this.
Your mom's not supposed to watch this. I don't tell my coworkers what this is.
Yeah. My mom and I were talking about like content and how I should create content on the internet. I was like, oh, I'm making a podcast and stuff. And so...
is your mom good at content?
No, but she was like, why haven't I seen it if you've already made 2 or 3 episodes and stuff? And I was like, well, it's on YouTube. And she's like, oh, how do I get there? And I was like, CoachTwink.com. And...
CoachTwink.com.
She doesn't even know what twink means.
And I don't think she needs to. But I told her that, you know, if she wants to see my content...
She's not gonna try to twink. I think that that's a pretty solid point at her life. She's also part of the era where she likes a strong mustache. So like I don't think she's gonna try to twink. So I don't think she needs to know what a twink is.
Yeah, I told her that she could find my content on Facebook whenever I reshare it, because that's what my family is supposed to see.
I like that we set boundaries. That's so good for mental health. What I do for my mental health is absolutely fucking nothing. I cause chaos in other people's lives, and I think that I'm rude. I think that I'm hotter than other people.
I think that is good for your mental health.
Exactly. Well, you and I believe that delusion is good. Actually, the only one that I cannot... Okay, out of these 4, Nick is the only one who I don't believe lives in full delusion. I think that he has a sense of reality, and I think it's because he works in tech. So he actually has to have some sense of reality. Everybody else here... full delusion.
What I appreciate is like you knew you were gonna say Nick, and you looked at me, you paused for a half second, and that half second, like, I'll take that. you considered me for a half second, you're like, no, it's Nick. Like you like
Thank you for the nomination.
No. Girl, I was gonna say we, but then I was like, nope, the third one needs to be included.
Again,
like she's delusional.
Well, then I appreciate being left out of the initial gathering.
It was like 1, 2.
It was like in that 1 and 2 equals 3, and you would like this.
Well, we'll talk later because I'm curious what my delusion is.
But the thing is,
curious.
what you would like is, so I saw 1 and then I saw 2, and do you know what that equaled? 3. And that's very realistic for you. Is that comfortable for you?
Yeah.
Is it casual now?
It's casual now.
Oh my god.
Back to chapel if you're watching.
Yeah. Otherwise known
Like
as
and
church,
subscribe.
right? Church, Queen Sundays. You said chapel.
I'm so
Rowan?
excited.
Chaperone was the reference.
Pop culture is just not my
It's
forte.
just the church boy.
Yeah, no, you're actually fucking terrible at it while trying to be a part of it, and it's kind of the funniest thing about you.